Luis, when you helped us kick this broadcast off almost 2 months ago, you helped us by helping us understand some of the fundamentals. And what I realized over the course of the series that we did is that many of the fundamentals you helped us kick off were integral parts of the different people's solutions that we talked about. And then it's interesting how I come to find when I learn more about EARHART that many of those things have been incorporated into this. And so I think it's going to be a really good discussion today as we go forward and do that. But Luis, where we like to start is we like to start by addressing really the business problems that are out there in the industry, because I really think it helps put context on the conversations that we have if people know sort of what it is that we're talking about. So I think we have a slide that we can throw up there really quick. And so as we talk about some of the key industry challenges that are out there, we picked out a couple of them that Luis is going to address. And it's really the problem with records that exist out there today, fake parts, cybersecurity attacks, inefficiencies of digital systems, and then missing logs and records or history on different aircraft records. So Luis, could you help us by understanding the business problems that we're really faced with out there today? Let's just go right into the first one.
Yeah, well, regarding records adulteration, we see this in a lot of, well, fortunately not a lot, but it was quite easy for me to do this slide. Unfortunately, it is something that some people or some companies, most people, do to take advantage of the complexity of the aircraft or the aviation ecosystem logs complexity. So people often take advantage of this complexity to fake or to adulterate records in their own advantage. And also it was for me quite difficult to see that there are in the industry a lot of records, unreliable records. During my professional experience, I found a lot of operators that came to make maintenance and to perform maintenance stating that I need to confirm this part number, I need to confirm if this SV is implemented or not, I need to confirm this, I need to confirm that. So that made me thinking, so what can I do to make this more reliable? And all people also lost records because aviation industry is still much on paper-based maintenance and records. So yeah. we it's still very difficult sometimes to keep track of all that amount of papers.
I think this is definitely an area where we need to improve, and so it presents tremendous opportunity. Definitely. I think that, Luis, I think the next one on the list is, I think we're talking about, let's see, it's fake parts. That's also a big problem in the industry, right?
Yes, I got amazed with this number. That's the source is the Aerospace Industry Association. And in these 4 years that was analyzed, I don't have more recent data, but according to some papers, the problem got worse, so not better. And because aerospace market, it's very profitable. Some industries try to take also advantage of this. So that when I found these numbers, that make me thinking, so wow, this is a very huge number. In just 4 years, 28,000 incidents, or more than 28,000 incidents related to fake parts. Yeah, this number is astonishing, Mark.
It's definitely unacceptable, isn't it?
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. So what's the next one that we have there on the third slide? So, cybersecurity. I know we see a lot of increasing challenges in cybersecurity. What are you seeing in cybersecurity? How are we finding problems with cyber attacks?
Well, cyber attacks occurs in daily basis on the aviation ecosystem. And if people don't be prepared, they can lose or have their records compromised. And if you have that data compromised, it's very difficult to rely on their records, on that records again. You have a huge amount of effort to try to back to birth of all that information. So what we did in EARHART, it's to create a digital, somehow a digital twin or digital twin features in blockchain that make it immutable. So this helps the aviation ecosystem to fight this problem. And the problem just last year cost 20 billion to the ecosystem, to the aviation ecosystem. This is a lot of money. And people from the industry need to start thinking, what is the current technology that can better protect their records to make it immutable?
Yeah,
so
Luis, I think that's so important, because I think you told me about an example, a few months ago, where there was an attack, and if there's an attack on a company, it really affects all of us. What was that situation you were telling me about?
I remember the Russian authority, a group of attackers, of hackers, wipe out all their data. I think it's 40 terabytes or 45 terabytes of data. So the Russian authority was back to the Stone Age. They lost all the records, all.
Yeah,
so
and that's dangerous for all of us, when that kind of thing happens. Yeah. Well, what's the next one that we have? I think we have inefficiencies. What kind of inefficiencies are you seeing that can be potentially addressed by blockchain?
Well, basically the lack of reliability of connecting ERPs. So I have one ERP, my neighbor can even have the same ERP that is mine, and if I send my airplane to its maintenance, the systems does not communicate, don't communicate with each other. So it is needed to have a lot of people typing information back and forth, copy pasting information. This copy paste of information can make errors, can delay a lot of the process. So
it's really amazing to me that we're so far along, with using digital in the industry today, and we still have a lot of those manual operations that exist. It's people don't realize how much manual operations and how much paper there really is out there. And so we're really needing to make some advancements in the industry in order to be able to create better efficiencies. It's really needed.
Yes, and the solution that we are developing addresses also this. So people can place information on blockchain and connect it between different ERPs.
Yeah, I think the fifth one that we have is missing logs. And what that really means is, not just logs, but records and things like that, historical records. Can you tell us what you're talking about there?
Sometimes I deal, or some time ago, I deal with aircraft's phase-ins and phase-outs. That's very complicated for the lessor. It's complicated for the new operator, and even more complicated for the old operator. And again, there is lack of connectivity, there is unreliable records, and there are a lot of missing paperwork. I work with one aircraft that lost all their repair logs. So basically, we need to undo and do all the repairs again. And that cost to the operator almost $500,000 to do all that, all the repairs from the airplane, because they lost everything. So we are talking about a lot of money that the industry are wasting.
Yeah, Luis, I've been involved in other, records operations like lease returns and things like that. And, we all know that the records need to be accurate or be verified. And so sometimes they'd have to send people out to the aircraft to verify, a component or a serial number, or if they don't have really accurate records of what maintenance has been performed, they actually have to re-perform certain maintenance because they can't verify that it was actually done. And so I can see how you're telling me that this is a huge cost to the industry. Really a big cost.
Yes.
Hey,
and And of course there is the economic side, and also the economic side from the real cost of doing everything again, and the economic side of having the aircraft more time on ground.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, exactly. Both of them. Yeah, right.
Yeah.